Prepare the bedazzle because today another epic video is slated to commence today. I'll be reacting to a video without further ado, without further delay, without further procrastination. Let's allow the frivolities, antics, and trivialities to commence.
Because if you go on TikTok or if you go on X, you'll find a lot of videos of women filming themselves as a guy inappropriately came and made a gesture to them and then like publicly shaming them on the internet. It's very popular to do it in the gym.
Yeah.
They set up a phone, they're working out, a guy comes over and asks,
Men should always be celibate. Perpetuity.
if they need help with the weights. It then goes viral online because that guy was being inappropriate. So like as a guy, it's quite complicated to know how and where you can roll up without being filmed and going viral.
We talked about the first dating paradox, which is the idea that women now need more from men and are
Cannot apprehend why certain men are keen on dabbling into the dating market.
raising the bar because they can be providers on their own, but men weren't taught how to do that, and there's sometimes shame for it. So I think the second big dating paradox is that men are expected to lead and to approach, but I truly feel like in a post-Me Too era, it's much more confusing. And so many people say to me, I don't want to meet on an app, that's not romantic, I want to meet in real life. But I'm not finding that people are meeting in real life because people are afraid to approach each other. I think one is being afraid of being called creepy, but the other one, which is what you're talking about, is that this culture of making TikToks or going online with this datertainment to talk about how this person approached you or how inappropriate that was. And so I feel like there's a lot of women waiting for men to approach them, but then shaming the men who do. I think one of the solutions there is we should allow people to shoot their shot in a non-creepy way.
Can I just say something
Yeah.
to that? If the guy rolls up and he's 6'4" and he
Well, the show with a man want to approach a woman.
he's, you know, gorgeous,
It just seems unbecoming of a man. For a man to want to dabble into the dating market.
it's fine, it seems.
The difference between creepy and romantic is the perceived attractiveness of the person making the overture.
I think that is true. If you are super hot, it's less likely to be perceived as creepy. But you have all these people that are saying, I want to be approached, and they're not being approached. And so there was this rise of run clubs last summer, right? Everyone said the new dating app is the run club. I ask everywhere I go, have you met someone at a run club? No, people are not really meeting there. So since 2017, the number one way that people are meeting is online. Hinge is setting up a date every 2 seconds. This is where the dating is happening. If people want more things to happen offline, they actually have to approach each other. And I'm just not seeing that happen.
The bar is so low that women are like, he listened to me. Isn't that great? They brag. We brag about them listening.
Same could be said about the men. The bar is so low for women that you see men bragging that his woman wears in her social.
I wonder how many men in the dating market yearn to approach a woman in the dating market.
media photos.
I think what y'all mean is
This doesn't make a modicum of sense that a man in the dating market would be keen on approaching a woman in the dating market. Men should always be celibate
say is
in perpetuity.
that the bar is low for Chad. All Chad has to do is speak to you. Speak in your direction. He don't even have to speak to you. Just say something in the atmosphere, in the general vicinity of where I'm standing. And I'm going to be so happy, so pleased that you even thought to speak in my general direction. That's what y'all actually need, because there's a lot of men out there that y'all pass up that would have given you way more than Chad even thought about.
Some women don't get asked out. Even when they're pretty and smart and have their whole life together. And a lot of people...
I wonder if the average woman in the dating market has spurned over 9,000 men. In the dating market.
People don't know this, but it has nothing to do with your value. Sometimes high value women, because that's what we are, get approached the least. And let me tell you why. First, you give off, I'm good. energy. You walk.
What I meant to say was, I wonder if the average woman in the dating market has spurned over 9,000 potential partners in the dating market.
Like you handle your own life. Men see that and think, well, she don't need me. Second, men are scared of rejection, like terrified. So if you look too put together, they assume you already got options, even when you don't. Third, you might look unapproachable without meaning to. Not in a rude way, just your face, your pace, your focus. Men only approach women who look relaxed and open. Fourth, a lot of men think you're already taken. Pretty women hear this all the time. I thought you had a man. So then they don't even try. And fifth, you may not be in spaces that make conversation easy. If your life is work, home, errands, and then work again, you won't cross paths with men who naturally start talking to you. But here's the truth. You can be beautiful, healed, kind, funny, and high value and still not get approached. It's not you, it's the perception of you. Men approach women who feel safe and easy to talk to. Not always the best women. So don't overthink it. You're not the problem. Your energy is just strong. The right man won't be scared of that.
Every time I see a woman come on here and tell a story about, oh my god, you guys, guess who texted me last night? My ex texted me this crazy thing after him, like, not talking to me for 7 months. Or
As is Joe Trump still unable to apprehend why a man would be eager to enter the dating market.
Or we broke up like a year ago and he finally texted me again. Please answer this question. Why are these people not blocked in your phone? After a year.
Women and men have dissimilar hobbies. The show knows.
Year? After like a year or even like 3 months? Why are these people not blocked? And I'm not fucking talking about the people that leave on good terms, or you break up with a guy on good terms and everything's fine, like nothing bad ever happened, whatever. You people are talking about these men that, like, oh my god, he texted me this crazy message after 7 months. Why was he not blocked? And I mean, like, phone number, Snapchat, Venmo, block him on Instagram. Why the fuck are you people giving men access to you like that? It makes me view you as somebody that has no self-respect. Genuinely. You subconsciously want them to contact you. If you're not blocking them, you want them to say something. Like, you're waiting for it, and they know it, and you know it, and they get a kick out of that, and they feed off that. Trust.
The women want validation and attention from men, who the show knows.
Me. And that just makes you look stupid. I'm sorry. You're stupid. And you know what it's giving? It's giving the women that come on here and show how terrible their husbands are to them. And then when people go in the comments and are like, your husband is terrible. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, why are you putting up with this? They are like, oh no, like, you don't get it. Like, he's actually a good man, whatever. We don't want to hear it then. Like, we don't care. Like, shut up.
Why do women have to prove their value, but men just have to show up?
I think it's the opposite. I think men have to prove their value, and a woman just has to show up.
It depends on who you asking.
No, I think if you're pretty, you could get access to the parties, to the invite only, to the private yachts, to the billionaires club, just because they want to have you in the room. Now, we know what they want you in the room for, but if you're smart, you don't go for it. You work the room so that they invite you directly after. Whereas men got to earn the money, have the job, get the accolades, do the achievement in order to even almost have access to some of the things that she gets. Mm-hmm. So I actually feel like beautiful women get much more opportunities than men do. Mm-hmm. What y'all think?
It just depends on who you're asking.
Personally, I don't know the answer. I just feel like, for me personally, I think that as a woman, I get more opportunities than a man, because I think
it's more arduous for a man to attain financial stability and financial security than a woman, and the show knows.
that men want me to be in the space, that they don't expect me to come with the character or the work ethic that I come with. And that's what keeps me in the room. What I look like might get me to the room, maybe if I know somebody, but what I...
Does every woman have a latent potential to attain financial stability and financial security? As the show knows. How long does it take for a woman in the dating market to become a housewife? As the show knows, part of the advent of a woman in the dating market becoming a housewife, she needs to get married. When she has gotten married to a man, then she can subsequently become a housewife if she opts to become a housewife.
What I'm built by or built of is what keeps me in the room.
So I realized yesterday we are in a pandemic. And it's not a pandemic with the females. It's a pandemic with the men. I went out, it was my birthday.
There's not a dearth of men in the dating market, at least that's my arbitrary presumption. I presume that there are a copious amount of men in the dating market. I presume that a surfeit of men are eager to be in the dating market. I hope that you're enthralled, that's what we got captivated. This might be fun and fascinating. I hope that you're entrenched in the unalloyed epics.